And just like that, I'm back with another portable Clint. I'm very excited about this person, and I don't want to overuse the word special, but she is very special to me because I feel like she and I worked together many years ago. How long ago? Do you know, Irene?
It was 21 years ago.
21 years ago, I worked with her, and I have been a fan of hers ever since. Irene White, get in here.
Hi.
This is Irene White. Yay! I love her. I love her. Now, let me tell you something about her. She is from where?
I'm from Texas.
What part of Texas?
The last place I lived was Austin, but I went to high school in Arlington, which is between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Okay, and when did you move out to Los Angeles, California? Also known as Hollywood.
Exactly. 1996.
1996.
I worked with you in 98 on my first commercial ever.
Okay, let's talk about that because I actually remember something very major about that spot.
I've repeated, I think, what you're going to say.
Yeah, we did a commercial for Lipton Iced Tea.
Yeah, Lipton Iced Tea.
With Junior Brown.
That's right.
We got to hang out with Junior Brown all day long. I don't know if you guys remember him.
It was a 3-day shoot,
Three-day
which is
shoot.
very rare.
Very rare, very nice.
Yeah.
But Irene and I had to drink how many glasses of Lipton iced tea?
We had to drink so many that we threw up.
We threw up, and I think
because they wanted us to drain the glass. That's what I remember. They wanted to, and so we were facing each other, right, drinking like this.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think not to put it on me, but I think I said, Irene, I think I'm going to throw up.
I think that is what happened.
Yeah, and so I threw up, and then you threw up.
Yes, after seeing you throw up,
and then
it inspired me.
And then we threw up for about a good 10 minutes straight, right?
Yep. And then the next day, a SAG rep was on the set.
Right.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't say anything to her because we were loving it.
Oh, I was loving it. You're also the person that told me to get out of wardrobe at lunch.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I still do it to this day. And if I see somebody eating lunch in their wardrobe, I'm like, Clint would not approve.
Okay, that's awesome. Get in here, Irene. Get in. Let's get closer. Okay, here we go. Now, Irene, so that was 98.
Yeah.
We shot.
Yes.
That was your first commercial?
Correct.
Then tell me about your next gig.
After that?
Well, tell me how things started happening after that for you.
Let's see. The first television gig I had was an episode of Dermot and Greg.
Okay.
That was the same. That was in May. The Dermot and Greg was like September of 98. So 98 was a big year for me.
That was the year for you that put you on the map.
Yes. That made me go, oh my God, I can do this.
And was that filmed in front of a live studio audience?
It was. Yeah.
And did you get the 3-day week or the 5-day?
5-day.
See, the 5-day week on the show is fantastic. So remember that.
I only had one line, but they had me there the whole time. It was the first time I'd had a trailer. It was like super exciting.
Yeah, they're exciting. They're exciting because it's like a school play that you're doing in front of.
And you're getting to know the cast, even though so by Friday, that was a Monday to Friday. By Friday, I don't keep in touch with any of them, but I knew them by name, and it was a really special experience.
Okay, Dermot and Greg, 98,
98,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was the next big gig for you after that? I'm not going to go through each one. I'm just trying to figure out.
Let me see. I started working pretty steadily in commercials, is really what happened. And then theatrically, after Dermot and Greg, I did an episode of Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal, yes.
Yeah, really
Harrison Ford's wife. Okay,
yes, right, yes.
Okay.
And then I did a show called The Huntress.
Okay.
That was Annette.
Annette Bening?
No, Annette.
Futichuco? Oh, yes.
Annette
She was in 48 Hours.
Okay, yes, yeah.
With Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started working a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Up until the year you decided to move back to Texas. Is this true? So did you quit the business and say that's it?
Here's what's going on.
Here's what's going on now, or here's what's going on?
I'm taking this back.
Okay, go ahead.
I was under the impression that life would be easier somewhere else. The grass is always greener, kind of.
Sure,
thing.
yeah.
And I thought, I'll be a big fish in a small pond. Because at the time there was all this kind of talk about things being shot in Texas and Louisiana.
I remember.
And
it was first Florida, and then it went to Texas. Like all these. Okay, but go ahead.
And at the time that I moved back to Austin, Friday Night Lights was still shooting.
That's right.
So it was like, oh my God, you'll go be on Friday. And I did audition for Friday Night Lights when I was there, but then it went off the air. So I was under that impression that it was like, oh, it'll be easier there. I won't have so much competition. I'll be a big fish in a small pond. But it was like being, in a way, there wasn't enough work there. So it was like, and I wasn't a big fish, because here's what I realized. Every market exists without you.
That is true.
They don't need you.
Very true, very true.
And so nobody needed me, really.
Okay.
It was all fine and good. I had kind of big credits, but nobody needed me. So I think that was part of it that I thought, oh, I'll be a big fish in a small pond. I think there was another part of me that was having a midlife crisis as a woman.
Okay.
That I thought, oh, I'm not married and I don't have children. I should go somewhere where people do that.
Oh, okay.
And then I passed 40 and I was like, oh, I'm actually totally fine without either one of those things. Not only am I fine, I'm actually happy.
Ah, okay.
And so then I decided to move back here.
Okay, let's back up a little bit. The day you decided to move back home.
Back here?
No,
home?
back to Texas.
Back to Texas, yeah.
Was it a I give up, or was it I'm just moving back to get aboard? Like, how did you tell yourself that? Because I've thought millions of times, should I move back home?
Right.
You know?
Okay, so here's what the inspiration was. I was on the 405.
Okay.
It was a Friday afternoon. I was going to a commercial audition in Santa Monica.
405's horrible, guys. Go
and
ahead.
This was at like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Who was the casting director?
I think Joe Blake, maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
I like Joe Blake a lot.
Okay, yeah, I do too. We all do.
So I was driving on the 405. It was like deadlock, and it was like I was a horse with my blinders on. And all of a sudden, I had this moment where it was like my blinders were just open a little bit, and I thought, I don't have to do this. And then that's when it was like, oh, I don't have to do this. I have free will. I don't have to do this. And then the idea just started really snowballing from there.
So,
but it took me a year to move. I made the decision, and then I was kind of embarrassed to tell people. So I made the decision probably in late 2008, and I didn't move until Christmas of 2009.
Irene, I've been here for going on 32 years.
Yeah.
I've heard many people come and go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. But then there are some people who I'm like, oh, that person gave up. I'm not saying you gave up, but I'm like, oh man, Irene could have made it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in Texas.
Yeah.
And now you went through all that other stuff. Friday Night Lights isn't filming there.
Yeah.
You decide, okay, I need to go back to LA.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So here's what happened there. So living in Texas, I lost my health insurance pretty quickly.
Through SAG?
Through SAG, yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no, commercially, it's not. It's a right to work state. And I did work some theatrically when I was there, but you can't make your health insurance if you're only working 2 days a year or something.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And commercials are not. There's not a lot of SAG commercials. So I lost my health insurance. So I was having all of these jobs, like day jobs, all over the place. And I was talking to my dad, and I said, "Oh God, you know what? I mean, like, I just want to get my health
Your dad,
insurance
Tom?
back." My dad, Tom.
Okay.
I'm like, I just want to get my health insurance back through SAG. And my dad said, "And I think you're gonna have to be somewhere where you could do that." And then it was again like, oh. I need to move back to Los Angeles. I've been avoiding this because I had gotten progressively sadder being in Austin.
Sure.
And I just felt I had more drive than the city could satisfy.
Okay. So you get, I'm going to fast track it.
Here we go.
You come back here.
Yeah.
Now, things have gotten really exciting for you as of late.
Yeah.
Tell me about you coming back.
Yeah.
And that little period until it got exciting recently.
Well, no, I'll tell you.
Okay,
so
please.
I moved back. 2 weeks after I got back, I booked a commercial.
Okay.
And I was like, I should have been. Like, I came back with such focus and such drive and such knowledge that, at least for me, it was not better somewhere else.
Okay.
So I was back, and I was like, I will go to the 405 5 o'clock on a Friday. I will do that. I will do this. I will do that. I will look for parking on Santa Monica Boulevard amidst
sister.
construction.
Yeah.
Like,
this is what you need right here. Yes.
I was so hungry for it. I had been depleted to the point that I was like, I am 100% in.
Yes. Wow.
So
Good for you.
I booked like 3 commercials in the first 6 months that I came back.
Okay.
Got my health insurance back like that.
By the way, Leslie knows every time you're on TV. Leslie, my wife. She goes, there's your friend Irene. Okay, go ahead.
So I just said yes to everything, basically, for the first 2 years that I was back. I've been back almost 5.
Okay.
And at the end of that 2 years, I was exhausted because I had said yes to everything. But I had said yes to every improv show, every sketch thing, every class, everything I had said yes to. And so I ended up getting this audition for this show called Superstore. Which you've been on.
Yes, just once.
I know, but they bring people back.
Okay, good.
The time.
Good. Okay, that's good to know.
They bring customers back all the time.
Oh, that's beautiful to know. Okay.
Yeah. So I
you auditioned for, is it a one-day?
I auditioned for the role of Sandra.
Is that an employee?
She's an employee.
Okay, so you knew that there's a chance of you coming back when you originally booked it?
I mean, potentially, but it was one line, and it was for the role of this character named Sandra, who is now played by Kaliko Kauai.
Oh, yes, okay.
So that's the role I auditioned for, and then I didn't get it, and my agents were like, they really liked you, they're going to write something for you, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay, right?
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Yeah. And then about 3 weeks later or something, my agents were like, hey, they've come back, there's this part, it's just one line, we don't know if you want to do it. And I was like, yeah. I was just in the place of being like, yeah, of course I'll do it.
By the way, guys, it's really hard to book one line on a show. So don't ever think, oh, that guy just had one line.
No.
Anybody could do that.
They see hundreds of people for one line.
Okay.
So I didn't. So then I was like, yeah, of course I'll go. Yeah, of course. And then on the set, and I don't know if this happened to you, but they end up tossing us lines. So I actually.
No, that didn't happen.
Okay. Well, anyway.
What does that mean? Go ahead, Irene.
So they tossed me some more lines, all of which got cut. But then they brought me back the next season. So
beautiful.
Sometimes I get virtually cut out. I look like background, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
And then sometimes I'll have a storyline and I'll have several scenes. So
how many episodes have you done now, Irene?
24.
24 episodes of a major network show on NBC, owned by Universal.
Yes.
You are a part of that.
Yeah.
And you would have never have done that if you didn't say, I'm moving back.
Yeah, I think so. And if I wasn't in the place, if I hadn't been in the place of being like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, one line is fine. One line, I mean, honestly, one line would be fine now. But I feel like as actors sometimes, maybe you can speak to this, but people start saying, you shouldn't go in for that.
Oh, all the time. All the time they tell me.
Why are you going in for that?
Hey, Clint, I saw you on TV last night. You had one line. Dude, come on, man.
And it's like, let's see, I like to work. I like my health insurance.
Yeah.
And what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm going to go in. Of course I'm going to read for that.
Yeah.
So
this is coming from a working actress.
I hadn't been corrupted by the you shouldn't be going in for that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, of course, yeah, great, terrific, whatever. My line is like, my line was like weird or something. It was like
beautiful. I would love
terrific.
that. I would love just one line. I love the one lines because you don't have to worry about memorizing all of your lines.
Yeah.
Do you still freak out about tons of lines?
I do.
Even though you've been on the set for a long time,
yes.
Are you more comfortable so you're not as stressed out about a lot of lines?
What I'm less stressed out about is if I mess something up, I'll just be like, can we go back? Or I'm sorry, I didn't say that right, or something like that.
Do you go home kicking yourself?
No, not anymore, no. Oh. And I've ruined a take before where I started coughing, somebody else's dialogue, and then I feel bad, and then they're like, geez, Irene, thanks a lot. But they're kidding with me, but yeah.
Okay, Irene, let me ask you this. So now that you are steadily working, I mean, we could always be working every single day.
Yes.
Is life easier for you? Is the hustle still there, knowing that you got a good gig going? Tell me about
that? I'm not on a contract, so I still am hustling.
Okay, good.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I also never know when they're going to use me.
Yeah.
And
wait, stop right there. Do you get excited about emails and phone calls, hoping that this is an email bringing you back?
Yes.
Because that's my favorite.
Totally.
When do you start looking for that email or text? How do you find out that they want to bring you back?
So at the beginning of the season,
that's Superstore.
Yeah, we start filming generally in July, I guess.
Okay.
Just burped. Just burped.
Okay.
Hollywood.
Woo!
Okay. So they, I guess in June, they contacted my agent and said, we're going to pin her for the first 3. And then I got cut out of 2 of them.
That happens a
Which
lot.
happens.
Yeah.
But I did do 1 of them. But like we filmed the finale maybe a month ago, and I wasn't pinned for the finale until the Thursday before.
Okay. Were you stressing out? Were you freaking out? Like, man, they should have called by now. I should have been
I'll
pinned.
tell you what I was. The only thing, I mean, and this is true. I was like, gosh, I'm disappointed if I'm not in it. Like everyone else is in it, I'm going to be disappointed if I'm not in it. I'll deal with it, but I would love to be in it. And then my agents were like, I guess they've plugged you in. You're not booked yet, but they plugged you, you're pinned. And I was like, oh my God, great, yay. So I was very excited about that.
And that's usually when they give you the free swag. Did you?
Yes.
On the very last episode, they give everybody
Or
like,
around the last week, we
Yeah.
got a backpack and a water bottle, a really nice water bottle.
do you have the backpack with you right this second?
No, I don't.
All right.
It's covered in cat fur.
All right. And you love your cats, right,
Oh
Irene?
my God, I love them so much.
Okay.
Too.
Irene, before we finish this, is there anything else you need to tell that actress out there whose phone's not ringing, or that actor whose phone's not ringing right now? Like, should they move home? Like, what should they do?
Well,
I'm talking about the actress who's given it all. I mean, like, really have gone for it and just nothing.
nothing.
Well, I mean, but they're good. Let's just say
Yeah, okay.
they got it. They just haven't had a yes yet.
Okay.
You tell them to move home?
Here's the deal. So I did that, right? And I think if you have a genuine drive to do something else, then I would investigate that. But if you're like, there is nothing else I want to do, and I am special,
You are.
and I have something to offer,
True.
then I think you stay in it.
Okay, I agree. Now, last question. Your parents, are they totally behind you 100% doing this?
Yes.
Even when you moved back and forth, they never
Well,
questioned?
interestingly, so my mother initially was not for me moving back.
Here.
There to Texas.
Oh,
She was like,
okay.
"What are you doing? You're working. This makes no sense. Why are you doing this?" And then when I got there, she liked having me. And then when I announced I was moving back here, she was like, "Wait, why are you doing that? We like having you here." But my father got it immediately every time. Like
Really?
he was like, "I get it. I get it. I get it." Yeah.
Okay, well, tell Tom again. And
I will.
tell everybody I said hi and my best.
I will.
All right, guys, I think this one is in the books. Irene, you were so awesome. Thank you
You're
so
so
much.
awesome.
Hey, thank you. Irene,
Yeah.
say goodbye.